Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Malie City, and welcome to the Rivalry Round, where we have the Malie Draconids hosting their rivals, the Ballonlea Angels, who are going to start out with Grimmsnarl and Togekiss, whereas the Malie Draconids are going to start out with Draconids and the pseudo-legendary Dragonite. So both teams are starting out big with their number one ranked Pokemon being Dragonite and Togekiss. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today, Malie Draconids or the Ballonlea Angels. Now the speed advantage is actually going to go to Grimmsnarl of all Pokemon, which is fascinating because Grimmsnarl only has a speed of 60, but it's going to go with an Ice Punch, a massive hit onto Dragonite, showing no fear there is Grimmsnarl for the pseudo-legendary, going straight to Dragonite, taking it down into the yellow, as Togekiss goes with the Reflect type, so it's speed advantage going to the Ballonlea Angels for this turn. And Togekiss is now going to become a Dragon type, so it goes from being a Fairy to a Dragon, as Dragonite is going to go with a Scratch attack, targeting Grimmsnarl, and actually gets a very decent hit for a Scratch attack onto Grimmsnarl, thanks to that massive 134 attack stat, as Drogon's going to go with a Leech Life, targeting Togekiss, getting a good hit there. Drogon would have been restoring health, but it was already at full health as it is. Now, as always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle, and if we hit the 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime. Now, with these teams, we almost got into overtime last time they met, so we'll see how we go today as Grimmsnarl goes with the Shadow Force, which will make it vanish from this field and it will take effect next turn. Now, Mud Slap from Dragonite will miss Grimmsnarl, as Togekiss now is going to go with a Hyper Voice and will hit both Drogon and Dragonite. Very good hit. Drogon with its opportunity to respond, and it's going to go with a Rock Polish, so it's just going to boost its speed stat here. And Togekiss and Dragonite actually have the exact same base speed of 80, so they will be taken in turns of who goes first in this battle. Drogon now, thanks for that, Rock Polish is the quickest on the field, and it goes with a Nuzzle, but Grimmsnarl still, who is not on the field at the moment, takes no damage. And we get a Healing Wish from Dragonite. Dragonite's taken itself out of the battle so early. This is horrible for the Malie Draconids. Unbelievable, Dragonite is eliminated thanks to that Healing Wish. It's terrible for the Draconids at the start of this battle, as Togekiss goes with a Thunder Wave, and it's only going to target Drogon and hopefully leave it paralyzed in the coming turns. Grimmsnarl is going to go with that Shadow Force, and it's only got one Pokemon it's going to go after. And Drogon takes a massive hit, taking it down all the way into the red, as another pseudo-legendary comes onto the field for the Draconids, being Goodra. And these two teams have a rivalry based out of once the Fairy typing became eligible to compete, they took away the Dragon typing's massive advantage, and Dragon types actually don't affect the Fairy typing whatsoever, as that Fell Stinger eliminates Drogon from this battle. There's 2 down for the Malie Draconids now, as Grimmsnarl gets an attack boost from that. Now Goodra with its opportunity, and it's going to go with a Minimize, so it's going to boost its evasiveness. This could be very good for Goodra. Togekiss now with its opportunity. Togekiss having the same base speed as Goodra does, as did Dragonite. We get a Milk Drink from Togekiss, so it's going to restore its HP, probably get back to full health, and it does. So Togekiss is back at 100% as the 4th Pokemon comes out for the Malie Draconids, being Haxorus. So Haxorus, Goodra, and Dragonite make up the top 3 ranked Pokemon for the Malie Draconids, and they've all been out on the field so far today. Grimmsnarl now, it's going to go with a Poison Gas, so it'll hit both Goodra and Haxorus, but Goodra actually avoids the attack, so it'll only leave Haxorus poisoned. But this is fantastic for the Ballonlea Angels, having Haxorus take damage in between turns from that poisoning. This Haxorus is going to go with a Stored Power, targeting the Dragon type Togekiss. Does very minimal damage. Now Goodra with its opportunity goes with a Hydro Pump. Now this should not be very effective on the Dragon type Togekiss. Gets a decent hit in, thanks to that critical hit though. Now Togekiss with its opportunity to respond. And it's going to go with a Twister. This will hit both Goodra and Haxorus, taking Haxorus down into the yellow. Now that was super effective being a Dragon type move. And there's that poisoning doing damage to Haxorus. Now again, the Fairy types are immune to the Dragon types. This is where that rivalry is based out of. And the Ballonlea Angels are looking to capitalize on that today, as we get a Wonder Room coming from Grimmsnarl. So negate the effects of everyone's held items, being the leopard bearers. Oh, sorry, I apologize. That's a magic room. This is switch the special defense and defense stats of the Pokemon for the coming turns. As Haxorus is going to go with an Ice Punch and targeting Grimmsnarl, taking it down into the yellow, but you have to think it would have been better off targeting Togekiss, taking advantage of it being a Dragon type, so now it is weak to Ice type attacks. As Togekiss sings that lullaby, targeting Goodra. So now Goodra has been put to sleep, and Haxorus is taking poisoning damage in between turns. So many status conditions are afflicting the Melee Draconids so far in this battle. There's that poisoning affecting Haxorus. Now, last time these two teams met, the Melee Draconids actually came out with the win as the clock had just ticked over to 0, so the teams just didn't go into overtime, and the Melee Draconids want to repeat that again today. They want that victory, as we're going to get a Sky Attack coming from Grimmsnarl. That Sky Attack will take effect next turn. It's Haxorus now. He's going to go with an Octozooka. Targets Togekiss, and again, not very effective. As Goodra already wakes up from that lullaby. And it's going to go with a Disarming Voice. If it targets Togekiss, this will be super effective. It does hit both of them, actually. It takes Grimmsnarl down into the red and Togekiss down into the yellow. Being super effective on both of them at the moment. Togekiss now is going to go with a Mean Look. So Goodra can no longer escape this battle, but nobody wants to escape here in the Elite Challenge League. Haxorus is taken down into the red from that poisoning. There's a very strong start for the Ballonlea Angels, who have yet to lose a Pokemon, whereas the Melee Draconids are down 2, including their one of their pseudo Legendaries. Haxorus goes with a Sludge, targeting Grimmsnarl, and it will eliminate Grimmsnarl from this battle, the first elimination from the Melee Draconids. By the Melee Draconids to the Ballonlea Angels. We get a Forest Curse now coming from Goodra, and now Togekiss is going to get the Grass type in. So it's a Grass Dragon type, it's Togekiss now. Togekiss is going to go with a Blast Burn, but Goodra avoids the attack. Again, that poisoning damaging Haxorus, and Haxorus just holds on. So you have to think this is going to be a last turn for Haxorus in this battle. As the third Pokemon comes out for the Ballonlea Angels, and it's the Evolution Sylveon. Sylveon with that massive 110 attack stat. Togekiss actually even stronger in its special attack, 120. So a very special base side are the Ballonlea Angels. It's Haxorus now, quickest on the field, goes with the Light Screen. So it's going to make its team stronger against those special attacks. Very fitting move for Haxorus to use against the Ballonlea Angels. And we get a Heat Crash now coming from Goodra. And it targets Togekiss. Togekiss takes it well with its opportunity to respond now. And it's going to go with another Milk Drink, a massive boost to the health of Togekiss. This is fantastic for the Ballonlea Angels. Now Sylveon with its opportunity. Goes with a Shore Up, but his health is already full. And here is that poisoning finally finishing Haxorus off from this battle. Now this is actually the kind of start that the Ballonlea Angels had last time they faced the Melee Draconids. A very strong start, but they couldn't maintain it. As Drampa comes out onto the field for the Melee Draconids. Now Ballonlea Angels want to try and maintain it today. But again, the Melee Draconids have shown that they can come back very strong against the Angels. Togekiss is now getting to go first on the battlefield. Drampa being one of the slowest Pokemon in the Elite Challenge League, having a base speed of only 36. And targets Drampa does Togekiss with that payback. Doesn't do a great deal of damage though, as Goodra now has its opportunity, goes with a Confide, so it doesn't go for an offensive type attack. But it will target Togekiss, lowering its special attack. This could actually be really beneficial for the Melee Draconids with the way Togekiss has been performing. Sylveon now going with a Magic Coat. Now Drampa getting to go for its first move of the match. It's going to go with a Gunk Shot. And it targets Sylveon with that super effective move. Sylveon though still in the green. Now as always, in our description below we do have a link to our Instagram page. We can get ladder and fixture updates as well as our match of the week. Goodra now is going to go with a Brutal Swing. It's going to hit everyone on the field. But it's not very effective on Malie, doing very minimal damage to everyone on the field. Togekiss now is going to go with an Incinerate. So this will target both Drampa and Goodra, and it's going to burn up their Leopard Berries in the process. Sylveon now needs to capitalize on the fairy typing, but instead goes with a light screen, so they're going to boost their own special defense resistance over on the side of the Ballonlea Angels. Which could actually be really good. Drampa has that 135 special attack, but goes with an ingrain, so it's going to look to restore health in between turns. Gudra getting to go first on this turn. He's going to go with an Acid. Again, that's super effective on the fairy types. And it'll hit both Togekiss and Sylveon, taking Sylveon down into the red, but it's still holding on. Gets that critical hit done to it. Togekiss with an opportunity to respond. It also been super effective due to it now being a grass type. Goes with an Iron Head. Hitting Gudra. Gudra takes it well, and thanks to that gooey hidden ability, will lower the speed of Togekiss. And now Gudra is definitely quicker than Togekiss on this field. Sylveon's going to go with a Fire Blast, but the attack is avoided. Drampa now goes with a Whirlwind, so it's going to send somebody back to the bench, targeting Sylveon. So don't be confused, Sylveon is not eliminated. It's just been sent back to the bench as Alcremie comes onto the field for the Ballonlea Angels. There's that Ingram, boosting the health of Drampa. The Ballonlea Angels are currently sitting 14th. They cannot build momentum so far in the Elite Challenge League. They desperately want to get up into the top 8. They have a 4-5 record. So a win, 2 wins could get them up there, as Togekiss is thrown in present by Gudra, which is actually going to boost Togekiss's health for the 3rd time in this battle. Does Togekiss get some health restoration? Now we get a Geomancer coming from Alcremie. So it's going to be boosting its stats in the next turn. As all that light surrounds Alcremie. Togekiss now, after having its health boosted, it's going to go with an Absorb and boost its health some more. Taking it from Gudra. Takes very minimal health from it though. Drampa now with its opportunity. And it's going to go with a Doom Desire, so no one's going to take any damage this turn. But that Doom Desire will take effect in the coming turns. And again, there's that Ingrain. Drampa continuing to get its health restored. As the light screen for the Malie Draconids, it does wear off. The Malie Draconids are actually sitting 5th. They would love to be in the top 4. They have a 6-3 record, and they've won their last 2 games. They really want to win today. As Gudra goes with a Floral Healing. And again, it's helping Togekiss restore some health. What is Gudra doing on this battlefield right now? It does not need to help Togekiss stay in here any longer than it already is. Now Creamy's special attack and special defense, as well as its speed, all get that massive boost. Togekiss though, it's going to go with a triple axle, but Gudra avoids the attack, which is fantastic for Gudra. That could have spelt the end, potentially. Now we get a Sandstorm being kicked up by Drampa, so everyone's going to be taking damage from this Sandstorm in between turns. This could chip away at anyone and finish them off potentially, so you want to hope you have good health, as everyone on this field does. Everyone's currently sitting in the green. Alcremie now being the quickest on the field. It's going to go with a Freeze Dry. This will be super effective. And it's going to target Drampa. And a massive hit, and Drampa is eliminated from that Freeze Dry. There's a one-hit wonder. Unbelievable. I apologize. I do not believe that was a one-hit wonder. But Gudra now going to respond with a Leaf Blade targeting Togekiss. It's not very effective on the Grass Dragon Togekiss. Now Togekiss, with its opportunity to target the only Pokemon on the side of Malie Draconids, goes with a double kick. So it goes from the triple axle down to the double kick. There's the first hit. And Gudra's Gooey is going to slow Togekiss both times it hits. So there's the first one, and here's the second hit. That double kick actually doing pretty decently for Togekiss, as we're shortly going to have the final Pokemon coming onto the field for the Malie Draconids. So we are down 4 on the side of the Draconids, and we are only lost Grimmsnarl on the side of the Angels, as that Doom Desire hits Alcremie. And it's Tyrantrum coming onto the field for the Malie Draconids, as the last Pokemon is actually the 4th ranked Pokemon for the Malie Draconids. So it's Draconids today having their top 4 Pokemon going up against their rivals. As Alcremie is going to go with a Sand Attack, targeting Tyrantrum. Going to try to make sure that it doesn't land any of those physical type attack moves with that 121 base attack. Gudra going to go with a Sacred Sword. targeting Togekiss. Decent hit. Now Tyrantrum with its opportunity needs to shake off that sand attack. Goes with a Misty Terrain though. This will actually benefit the Ballonlea Angels. It'll lower the effectiveness of Dragon type attacks. Now Togekiss. So the Misty Terrain doesn't actually benefit Togekiss, but Togekiss doesn't care because it's going with an explosion. Unbelievable. Togekiss has taken itself out of this battle. Togekiss has just eliminated itself after performing so well, and it's taken El Creamy down with it. And Goodra, so Goodra has finally been taken out of this battle as well. So there's 3 Pokemon eliminated thanks to that explosion by Togekiss. As we're going to have Sylveon come back onto the field for the Ballonlea Angels, as well as another Pokemon. And Tyrantrum being the last Pokemon left for the Malie Draconids. It has 4 Pokemon to contend with. Now, we have seen Pokemon take down 3. We've even seen Pokemon take down a whole nother side, but never when it's the last Pokemon. As Sylveon comes onto the field, and it's going to be joined by Primarina. So Primarina is actually going to have that Water typing to help it over Tyrantrum's Rock typing as well. And then there's obviously the Fairy typing that does have that massive advantage over the Dragon type. But Tyrantrum has the speed, and it's going to go with a Shockwave. And targets Primarina with that super effective move. That's a great start for Tyrantrum. It just needs to hit with more power as we get a Spite coming from Primarina. So it doesn't go for an offensive type move. But if they can lower Tyrantrum's PP with its Metronome enough, maybe it'll start to struggle as we get a Meteor Mash coming from Sylveon. So Ballonlea Angels going with the offensive moves, super effective, taking Tyrantrum down into yellow as Sylveon takes damage from the Sandstorm. Primarina does as well. Now Tyrantrum won't be taking damage from that Sandstorm thanks to its Rock typing. But we get our 3-minute warning, so we are edging closer to the end of this matchup. Or otherwise it's potentially going to go into overtime. But there's a Fire Lash from Tyrantrum, eliminating Sylveon, so they are down to 2 Pokemon left for the Ballonlea Angels. This is exactly what Tyrantrum needs to do for the Malie Draconids. We're going to get a Moonlight coming from Primarina, so it's going to boost its health, taking itself back to 100%. And we're going to have the... Oh, it doesn't actually get back to 100%. I am surprised. But this is very good. The Sandstorm has stopped. This is what the Ballonlea Angels need, as they're going to have their last Pokemon coming onto the field. They still have that Misty Terrain surrounding them. And it's going to be Rapidash in its Galarian form coming onto the field now. Now, a massive advantage to the Ballonlea Angels. They have the type advantage. They have the health left over, as Rapidash is going to be the quickest on the field. It's going to go with a Revenge. And a massive hit on the Tyrantrum, taking it straight down into the red with that super effective move. As we hit our final 2 minutes, there is our 2-minute warning. We get a Leaf Tornado coming from Tyrantrum, continuing to target Primarina with these super effective type attacks. Now Primarina is going to go with an Agility, so it's going to boost that speed stat. So you have to think the speed advantage is going to be completely on the side of the Ballonlea Angels now. But we are still edging ever closer to that overtime potentially between these two sides. Both battles going to the wire. Aqua Ring coming from Primarina. So that Aqua Ring will be boosting Primarina's health in between turns. Rapidash now, with a chance to follow up that Revenge. It's going to go with a high horsepower. This should finish the job. And it does. Tyrantrum has been eliminated by Rapidash. The Ballonlea Angels have gotten a much needed victory over their rivals here today in Malie City. That is fantastic by the Angels. They had a great start, especially when Dragonite eliminated itself from this battle. That was just a bad sign of things to come for the Malie Draconids, who again, they desperately want to be in the top 4. They're currently sitting 5th. Will they be after today? We don't know yet. But next week, the Malie Draconids will be going to Striaton City to take on the Striaton Spring. They're going to want to hope to do much better then, but the Striaton Spring have been having a very impressive season as well. So I look forward to that matchup to see which team will come out on top. Whereas the Ballonlea Angels next week will be hosting the Trevita Cascade, another side who have had a very up and down season. So both those teams are going to want a massive win next week. And the Ballonlea Angels want to continue this win, as they had lost their previous 2 games before this. But that explosion by Togekiss just seemed to change things up. It almost made it seem like Tyrantrum could potentially finish off the Ballonlea Angels when the Angels had 3 Pokemon left after this. and it tried its best, taking out Sylveon, but it couldn't finish it from there as Rapidash came onto the field and was so aggressive. Fantastic performance there, but the Ballonlea Angels again come out with the victory. Massive win for them, but Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and as always remember, you are awesome and I will speak to you next time.